Oh, people in the comment section, just get ready. Warm up your keyboards, crack your knuckles. You're going to love this.
Exactly. So, we spoke about a new model a couple of weeks ago, and it's safe to say it didn't go down very well.
It's an Age of Sigmar model, quite definitely. There's a little engine next to that little axe, and that's the only thing that makes you think this might be a 40k mini.
How bizarre. What a weird 40k model.
I don't know. I think the comment section was very divisive, which was a lot like our opinions. So.
Yes, and someone has today, obviously it got announced today, what we're going to talk about. Someone today has written a comment on this video that I'm talking about. Someone has gone to that video and copy and pasted the Warhammer website at me, but a quote from it. Being
what?
Their appreciation for the old ways and their disregard for more complex ORK technology leads many of the Snakebite clan to become beast snaggers. But they've just copy and pasted it with no context. They've just gone Snakebite become beast snaggers as if it's an epic epic win, but it wasn't. It was weird.
I don't think any part of it is an epic win, and that includes the model itself.
We're talking about this model that we spoke about 2 weeks ago. We basically both agreed it didn't look very 40k, and also I didn't like it, and Jay doesn't like Age of Sigmar. But today they've shown off another beast snagger model, or a squig boy, as we're going to call him from now on. Basically, we're talking about this guy. This is a new miniature that they're showing off today. Another squig rider, orc squig rider they've called it, or orc squig boy. It's called an orc squig hog boy. That's what it's called on Twitter.
Brilliant.
So they've shown off another orc squig hog boy. That's a bit of a mouthful, actually. It doesn't sound like it should be, but it is. Which is essentially what looks like another guy from, let's say, the same unit. I imagine it's going to be a unit of 3 in a box.
Yeah. Likely with a war boss version and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and I will say, this squig hog looks like it's from 40k. It's got a robot leg. He's got dynamite. He's got a rocket-propelled spear with a button that looks very sci-fi. And what else do I need?
Eye.
He's also got a bionic eye with hazard stripes. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no skulls on this miniature, so that did throw me off. But this looks like 40k. This looks like Age of Sigmar. Even though they are the same kit, you know. They're going to be in the same kit.
It's amazing how just and I appreciate on the first one, yes, there's that little nod to 40k in the little cog thing on his axe and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. It's there, right? But if you looked at it and you weren't told it was 40k, your initial thing would be, oh, it's Sigma. You look at this, your initial thing is, oh, it's 40k. And that was one of the things I didn't like about that original model is it's probably the worst example of a 40k miniature from this unit for this set. Yeah,
exactly. Whereas this one, it's just a different angle as well, isn't it? You know, I think you said that just before the stream. It was it's such a better angle
what's going on
to see that it is 40k. There's just those little extra details, such as the mechanical leg, the robot eye, that just adds to it to make it look like it's 40k, whereas I don't think it did. And I stand by that. I don't think this looks like a 40k model. I don't care. Sub now. I don't care. But this does. This does look like a 40k model, and I like this guy. I like him, everyone. Please don't hate me. I don't like this one.
I like the look of the squig a lot more in this because you can see a bit more about what's going on. And it definitely has that sort of cyborg influence, which is really cool. It's also got a little bit more of a sense of movement, and because you're not taking the photo almost head on with it, you see a little bit more depth, and it doesn't look too much like a pig. It still has the snout and things, but it doesn't. It's not. Oh my god, it's a pig rider.
I think this is more. I think that what we're trying to say is this is more flattering for the squig hog. Whereas this isn't not very flattering. It just looks a bit strange, and I think that's what it is. It's very much a divided. It is a divided community about it. We got a lot of hate saying we didn't like it, but at the end of the day, it is subjective. Well, you did, yeah. Age of Sigmar is a great game. Please love me. Ignore Jay. He's just an ominous voice. No one cares about him.
I am the voice of the Mr. Oms. There are still things about the model that I'm not super sold on, and it's actually got nothing to do with the squig or the fact that it doesn't look in 40k, or how Snakebites used to write. It's literally nothing to do with that. I think that the two miniatures they have riding it, both the Orc and the Grot,
you're not a fan,
are somewhat bland looking. They don't have, like, if you look at some of the more recently produced Orcs, you've got Ghazi, who obviously is a special case, so let's ignore him. But you've got what's his face and Nickit, Gorzag and Nickit, and Gorzag looks ripped. Okay, but this is an Orc that's a traditional 40k Orc, and sure, he's the size of a knob, so he's got a little bit more like heft to him, and he looks a bit more muscular. But if these guys are the savage Orcs, normally when you think something is savage, you think that it is like a bit more feral, and I'd expect to see them a little bit more toned, and they just look a little bit like they work out, but you know they don't work out a lot. And
I think on that regard,
so they're a little fat.
Yeah, I think on that regard, we can't see much of the miniature because it's covered by a big armor plate on both pictures.
Sure, but you've got these big arms, and this leads me to something that you don't see very often from Games Workshop, and I wanted to raise it. Like, you've got these big tattoos that they've put on the miniature, kind of Polynesian style, just geometric shapes and just black on skin tone.
I mean, they look quite
I
cool.
love tattoos like that. It's great. But I don't see this done on very many miniatures that Games Workshop produce at all.
Yeah.
And part of me is wondering if the painters that have done these minis have done it because if they hadn't, there'd be just this like absolutely blank canvas on the skin.
Yeah, maybe.
Whereas on some of the more like defined Orcs with the more muscle tone and things like that, you don't really need to do that because you've got a lot of interest there. You've got your difference in contrast and shades.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's an issue they're finding with making the new Orcs, because the Orcs are quite squatty, aren't they? Currently, they're really like bulked down, all hunched together, and now they're trying to spread out a bit because obviously the modelling techniques have massively improved in the past few years, and now they're going back to doing Orcs. So maybe that's an issue they're finding. But also, we're only seeing one angle, so who knows? But all I'll say is I love this miniature compared to this one. This is an iron jaw, okay? I don't care what people say. This is an iron jaw. This is a 40k boy, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love this artwork as well. But again, the bionicle eye right there, you know. Yeah.
I think the artwork, and you can see the tattoos are on the artwork.
Yeah.
There as well. You know, they've got them. I think the artwork looks a lot better than the mini. Like the shape of the squig's head.
I was about to say the squig
like
is
a
round.
Bullet bill coming at you with teeth.
Yeah.
Like I love that.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. But what they say, they've not really said much. Obviously, we don't need to read the article because someone posted it in my comment section. But well, basically, let's have a look. Yeah, they copied this part of it for some reason. This appreciation for the old ways and disregard more complex Orky technology, which makes sense, but also it doesn't mean that they can just be like an Age of Sigmar mini. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say on the matter. This is Age of Sigmar, this is 40k, but I'm all for it. Show me what you can do. I can't wait to see some painted like in different schemes. That's what I'm excited for.
Yes.
We're going to look at the memes, and then we're going to look at what you guys have been painting this week.
Can't wait to see the memes.
Let's have a look.
There's going to be some good memes.
Probably.
If there isn't, I'd be very disappointed with you guys.
Today. Oh, no. Jay has an opinion on the new Orc models. Mom, can we have beast snaggers? No, there is beast snaggers at home. Beast snaggers at home! What is that?
Yeah! Yes! And you're the best thing about that is you're the
You're a dick!